The fourth study was done by a Dr. Miller. It's the effects of hyperbaric oxygen on the symptoms and quality of life of service members with post-concussive or persistent post-concussive syndrome. It was published in the Journal of Internal Medicine, November 2014. This study's write-up says that both groups improved and that were treated in chambers, that both of the groups that were treated in chambers with elevation in atmospheric pressure improved, and there was no difference between the two groups. Both were effective treatments. What I will tell you is accompanying this article was an invited commentary. In the invited commentary, they said, what is clear from this study is hyperbaric oxygen does not work, but the ritual of intervention does. Well, that's kind of interesting. Hyperbaric oxygen doesn't work, but the study says differently. In that invited commentary, and it was written by Drs. Hodge and Jonas, the commentary was entitled The Ritual Hyperbaric Oxygen Therapy and Lessons for the Treatment of Post-Concussive Symptoms. Again, it was produced concurrently with the largest study, and it's from the Journal of Internal Medicine, November 2014. What they wrote, and they acknowledged, significant improvements in post-concussive symptoms and secondary outcomes, including PTSD, with most participants had depression, sleep quality, satisfaction with life, physical, cognitive, and mental health function. Well, that's interesting because that's what most of the veterans are seeing, and that's one of the reasons, and the interruption in a number of these is what is leading to a suicide rate of 22 per day. That doesn't include the number of veterans that have attempted suicide. What these commentary authors actually cite and seek to explain the results with the following. Daily ritual visitations fostered a narrative process consistent with effective PTSD and depression psychotherapy. Well, that's interesting because I don't think that we have an effective PTSD therapy. The last thing I will say in overview of what I have provided here is best said by what's quoted on the VA website by Colonel Miller, and he says, people did get better, and we can't ignore those results. Regardless of the anecdotal studies of hyperbarics, it can be used to, and it has been shown to be effective. We need to call on those people that are in government, are responsible for funding, to approve hyperbaric oxygen for the treatment of the combat injured.